Men's side retain the World Cup that they won in the Gold Coast of Queensland back in 1988. The victorious captain is Scot Notley. Scott, that was another impressive performance there. You must be really thrilled with the way the Australian teams, in particular your own team, have performed this week.
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, our team sort of, we started off a little bit slowly when we first got over here, but we played pretty well throughout the carnival, and we saved our two best games for the semi and the final. So,
what sort of preparation did you have? Because it was a very polished performance. Have you been having training camps, or did you just come together at the last minute?
Well, we got together for the first time when we arrived in Hamilton, so we didn't have long to prepare. We had a couple of scratch games against the older age teams, and that was it.
The Australian approach is a little bit different to New Zealand. Maybe the rest of the world is catching up on you, but how do you see the rest of the opposition?
Yeah, they certainly are. The other teams are a lot closer than they were at the Gold Coast in '88. 4-0 here in the final probably wasn't a real indication of the game. I think New Zealand are a lot better team than 4-0 indicates, but Australia play a more disciplined game. I think defensively they're a very good outfit, the team we had out there today.
Throughout the week I've been impressed with the Australian attack, but I've also been impressed with a lot of the other countries' attack as well, but your defence is just unbreakable.
Yeah, well, we get a lot of practice at home. Yeah, we got some good attackers at home, and then unless you can defend, then you don't win. So.
Well, no doubt there'll be a few celebrations tonight.
Probably will be, yeah. Probably a few sore heads in the morning.
Well, you deserve it, I tell you. It's been a great week for Australia, in particular your men's team. Well done out there today.
Thanks very much, Greg.
The Aussie captain, Scot Notley, well, that's the winner. There has to be a loser, unfortunately, and the Kiwi skipper is Peter Walters. Peter, a better performance in the second half there. What went wrong in the first half?
Well, I think we might have had a bit of nerves there, Greg. First time a lot of the boys have played in front of a big crowd like this, and I think just the occasion might have got a little bit of the best of us. We made a lot of basic errors earlier on there, and we couldn't seem to get going, and once they got a couple up on us, that seemed to be the end of it.
What was the message at half-time then?
Well, we just said, well, we basically had nothing to lose, and we thought, well, we'll give it our best shot and try and turn the speed on. And we did at times, and we almost got through them, but like you say, their defence was pretty good.
The game is changing, isn't it? And New Zealand possibly a little bit slow to pick up on the developing game. The Aussies are leading the way, so where to from now for New Zealand?
Well, we've got to get a similar set of rules, and they are. This season, the rules have come in with the affected touch and that, so that's going to help a lot. Once we get a standard set of rules, we'll certainly be right up there.
Well, 4-0 today to Australia. What about in 4 years' time?
Well, we hope to change that, Greg.
Will you be there?
Well, I'll be there, but I don't think I'll be in the Open grade.
You might be with a lot of us in the Masters. Peter, congratulations on making the final anyway and putting on a credible performance in the second half. A bit of a slow start in the first half. Good luck in 4 years.
Okay, thanks a lot, Greg.
The Kiwi skipper Peter Walters, and that sums up the winners and the losers from the men's final. But we have some pretty good news for New Zealand. There were 5 grand finals that went to the Aussies today. 1 went to New Zealand, and after the break we'll be talking to 2 of the stars in that New Zealand win. Go back to Avondale Racecourse, where we're clearing up after the second World Cup in touch, the grand final day. And Ken Laban, pretty hectic out there for the Kiwis and the Aussies, but as we mentioned before, what a great performance by Australia.
Yes, in the end they were too professional and too consistent, and it really came through with them dominating, taking 5 of the world titles out of a possible 6 that were up for grabs, and really they were too professional, too slick. Their ball control was excellent, and they defend and regroup probably faster than any other team that we've seen at the competition, and they really deserve the success that they've enjoyed.
Okay, well, 5 wins to Australia, and just running through some of them earlier on in the Masters grade. Australia won 6-1 in the mixed grade. It was Australia 3-1. It was 6-1 in the senior men's grade to Australia, 7-0 to the Aussie women over our Open women, and in the men's grade it was 4-0. Only 1 win to the New Zealanders. In the senior women's grade they won 4-3. Earlier on we caught up with a couple of the stars from the Kiwi team. Wins over Australia in touch are certainly few and far between, but 2 ladies know what it's all about now, and they are former netball internationals, Desley Ann Rothel and also Joan Hodgson. How does it feel to have that winner's medal around your neck?
Oh, it feels really great, especially as it's for New Zealand, because Australia's been doing us all year and we're finally done them.
Joan, 5-1. That was the scoreline in Hamilton last weekend when Australia beat New Zealand. How did you improve? 4 goals.
It was a really new time for the girls, because a lot of us it was the first time we'd actually playing Australia in touch. So we actually got a feel of them in that 5-1 game, and as it was the last 2 games that we played, we closed the gap considerably. So it was really good for us.
Touch and go out there. It came down to a sudden death playoff, and you're on the end of that winning try. It must have been amazing to have this big home crowd here right behind you. At long last, a New Zealand win.
Oh, it was great. It was just really neat. And as soon as Joan gave me the ball, I just thought, I've just got to go. And I just went.
It was a good pass, wasn't it?
It was a good pass, Joan. It was a good pass.
So some celebrations for at least one New Zealand team here on Grand Finals Day at the second Touch World Cup. We look forward to 4 years' time. I think on today's performance, the Kiwis are bridging the gap, and let's hope that they can go one better next time. So that's it for One World of Sports coverage here from Avondale Racecourse. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to Brendan Telfer and to Ken Laban. The rest of the game.